nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. Joey Slye, the kicker, stands ready. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with the grab. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. The forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cobb. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
We're scoreless after one. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they come up now 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
46 down, man, 5-4.
On second and very short, Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. On play action, they'll throw. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. A give running right, Gibson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal could change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. This one swung out here to Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On play action, Wentz. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A huge play there for Washington. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now Wentz. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
A check down here to Jones.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Here comes a return from the end zone. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They'll get 34 yards there.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And this is caught at the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play.
And that's one of the favorite routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run with Gibson.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Gibson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again to Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The Commanders bring out the nickel package on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have done in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing